I might be dead next year. When I first heard Cliff Richard say that at 84, I froze. I've spent years digging through archives, interviewing old tour managers, even chasing down set lists from the 60s. But nothing hits harder than a legend being brutally honest about time. Hey, I'm Sarah Reed, and this is Golden American Legends. Today, we're not just listing hits. We're asking, what happens when the Elvis of the UK looks straight at the clock and refuses to pretend it isn't ticking? Here's what I saw. A man still luminous under stage lights, but candid about the wear and tear. He jokes, he smiles, then he tells you the truth. Touring is very wearing, and some mornings he doesn't know if his voice will be there. That vulnerability? It's rare. It's also why I love this story, because Cliff Richard has always been more than posters on teenage bedroom walls. He's a bridge from Teddy Boy Britain to synth pop, from clean-cut teen idol to knighted national treasure. So let's rewind, then we'll come back to that quiet, gut-punching honesty at 84. And tell me as we go, what's the first Cliff song you ever loved? Drop it in the comments. Ready? Let's jump back to where the roar began. I didn't expect his origin to feel like a movie. Born Harry Webb in India, raised in Britain, a skinny teen with a guitar and a glare that said, "Watch me." Then 1958 hits and Move It explodes. If you've never heard it, do yourself a favor. Britain had never sounded that alive. Rock and roll wasn't just imported from America anymore. Cliff lit it from the inside. He wasn't alone. His band, first the Drifters, then the Shadows, brought that needle-sharp Hank Marvin guitar tone that still slices through old speakers. Suddenly, the UK had its own swagger. Living Doll, Traveling Light, those songs didn't just chart, they set the temperature. And the image? Slick hair, tailored suit, a smile your mom trusted, and a beat your dad complained about. That balance made him unstoppable on family TV while still thrilling the kids. I love this part of the story because you can feel Britain changing. Post-war gray turns technicolor. Teenagers become a market, a movement, a noise. Cliff stands there at the center, the so-called British Elvis, but also his own thing, less pelvis, more polish, still electric. And that was only the opening scene. Next, he scales the mountain and somehow keeps climbing. Here's the wild part. Most teen idols fade. Cliff didn't. He morphed. Early 60s? Please don't tease, and the young ones turn him into a household name. Then Summer Holiday drops, and the whole country is basically on a bus singing along. The British invasion rattles everything, and for a minute you think, okay, that's it, nice run, Cliff. And then he pivots. The 70s arrive and boom, Devil Woman slides in like a velvet glove with claws. It's darker, sleeker, and it cracks America. By 79, We Don't Talk Anymore is pulsing out of every radio, proof he can ride the new wave of pop without losing himself. Across the decades, rockabilly to ballads to slick 80s pop, he keeps finding a way. 14 UK number ones, more top 10s than any other UK male artist, hits in 6 straight decades, and over 250 million records sold. Read that again. That's not luck. That's craft. People ask me what kept him there. My take? Discipline, taste, and zero fear of a fresh coat of paint. He didn't cling to one era, he honored each one. That's how you last. But lasting that long costs something. And behind those chart crowns, there's a quieter story most fans only feel between the lines. I have to slow down here. Behind the cheers, there's a room only a few ever see. Cliff never married. For someone so adored, that alone sparks myths. The truth is softer and sadder. In the 60s, he fell in love, planned a wedding, and then lost his fiancée, Jackie, suddenly. Imagine that. Flowers booked, future forming, and then silence. He's spoken about how close it came to breaking him. This is the part of my job that makes me stop the recorder and just breathe. Because after loss like that, most of us rewrite our lives. Cliff did too. He leaned into his Christian faith, not as a brand, but as a backbone. You hear it in the gospel records, in the charity shows, in the way he carried himself on and off stage. When fame stormed or dipped, he steadied himself with belief and work. Even when that awful, very public investigation years ago put a shadow over his name, he kept his head, was cleared, and moved forward with dignity. No gloating, no spectacle, just steadiness. Fans always tell me he's kind. It sounds simple. It's actually rare. Kindness after heartbreak and headlines is a choice, and it quietly shaped everything that came after. I didn't expect to hear him say it out loud. I might be dead next year. It's stark, but it's also the most honest sentence you'll ever get from a star. At 84, he's still out there, his Can't Stop Me Now tour stretching from New Zealand to the UK, yet he'll tell you straight that touring is very wearing. Some mornings he wakes up and wonders if the voice will show up too. That candor stunned a lot of people. Me? I found it brave. He's not doing the pretend young act either. He laughs about the days with 8 dancers and says, basically, let's keep the steps, lose the marathon. I don't want to be an 85-year-old guy trying to be 18. That's wisdom talking. It's also love, for the audience, for the songs, for the standard he set. He's hinted this could be a last lap or not, because none of us get guarantees. And he's had a cheeky jab at those endless farewell comebacks, saying every time he hears about one, he thinks they've run out of money. That's the humor, still intact. Fans have met this moment with a lot of tenderness, concern, yes, but also gratitude, because the truth doesn't dim a legend, it makes him human. And that connection, that's why we show up. Here's what I'll remember: the way a country grew up with him, the way Summer Holiday can still flip a mood on a rainy morning, the way Devil Woman crawls under your skin and We Don't Talk Anymore makes even a kitchen feel like a dance floor. But beyond songs, it's the example. Show up, do the work, evolve, tell the truth. His legacy isn't a statue, it's motion. It's 6 decades of charts, a 1995 knighthood, and fan clubs that still throw birthday sing-alongs like it's 1963. It's younger artists learning that reinvention isn't selling out, it's staying alive. And it's a man who faced loss, public strain, and now age, with grace and a little wink. That matters. It teaches us that the spotlight can fade without the story ending. So what happened to Cliff Richard at 84? He let us in. He took off a little glitter and showed the gears, and the music kept playing. What's your favorite Cliff memory? A concert, a song in your first car, a record from your parents' shelf? Share it below. Your stories keep his story alive. If you felt a lump in your throat today, same. I'm Sarah Reed, and this is Golden American Legends, where we don't just talk about fame, we talk about the lives inside it. Cliff Richard at 84 isn't a sad ending. It's a masterclass in honesty. He's still singing, still grateful, just wiser about the miles. That's not quitting, that's curating. If this tribute moved you, tap like so more fans find it. Subscribe for more stories that make the past feel alive, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. And hey, tell me which Cliff era you'd want me to unpack next. The Shadows years, the summer holiday film days, or the synth pop 80s? I read every comment. To Sir Cliff, thank you for the joy, the resilience, and the truth. To you watching, thanks for being here with me. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.